And we are live, Troy Johnson.
Yes, we are. It is time for Men on Scandal. Mark Clark and Troy Johnson, we are here. Mark's in New York City. I'm in Washington, D.C. Tony Scott off today. He's actually with OPA today. He's he's doing the debriefing.
He's actually interviewing Huck.
That's right.
So, or Huck's corpse, whatever comes first.
Whichever happens. Wow, here we are at the season finale. Mark, we're wrapping up another season of Scandal. And I think we've said this over the over this particular season, that the moments of intensity that the show had a lot of have been saved for now particular moments.
Yeah.
Like the finale. I mean, you expect it in the finale, but it was kind of like, I guess I'm doing the analysis before we talk about the episode. It's kind of like, man, if we could have sprinkled a little bit of this throughout this series or the season this year, it probably would have been a little bit more satisfying, at least for me. And I've heard that from some people as well.
Well, I think you have when you have the success that Scandal has achieved, you're always competing with yourself. And I think you probably do have to, when the creators have to, they make a decision to add different nuances that the fans may or may not agree with, but it's almost like a way to, I guess, to keep the brand going. Almost keeping us guessing.
That's true. I mean,
because I look. You remember? I don't know if you used to watch 24. It used to have the excitement almost every episode. And there does come a fatigue with that,
Too much.
Every moment you're like, So I think it's a balance. And so at the end of the, you're right. At the end, it all made sense. But there were times where maybe we were like, what's going on here?
You might be right, Mark. It doesn't take a whole bag of sugar to make Kool-Aid taste good.
What? Thank you, Troy. What the hell?
It doesn't. Anyway, let's start into this episode. We pick it up with Mellie in Rowan's office. Mellie is in Rowan's office, and right off the top, he's being as charming as ever. He's having a conversation with her, welcoming the First Lady. He's a big fan. Call me Damascus. First of all, Rowan, Papa Pope, Damascus has too many damn names. cut some of these names. Where'd Damascus come from?
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, Damascus.
Hey, come on now. Too many names here. So anyway, he hands her a file that he says, I think you really need to take a look at. Now, this was so sly the way he did it, because her aide is in the room with her, and they're having a very social conversation. He's like, I've got something I think you really need to see. Take a look at this. And it's a file filled with pictures of her getting her freak on with the vice president, who's now had a stroke.
Who's a vegetable now.
Yes, he's a vegetable, as Michael Jackson would say. So he basically lays it down right there on a real, like, I need you to do something for me. I need the Remington file. She basically says, who are you, though? After he spoils the party, he says, ask me what I need. That was his question. Ask me what I need.
Damn, the last time Mellie heard that was Fitz's dad. But yes. Ask me what I need.
Damn. Okay, so he says, if you don't give me what I need, you and Fitz are going to go down in a bloodbath. And what I need is a list. That's all I want. I just want a list.
Damn.
Ask me what I need. Now, Jake is testifying to a grand jury, and we learn about the Remington file, or the Remington case. It was the beginning, he says, the beginning of B613. It all started with that operation.
Wow.
And what he ultimately does in this conversation, he's like, am I going to tell it? Am I going to tell it or not? Olivia, it's up to you. Olivia says, tell the truth. No matter who gets hurt.
Shame the
Tell,
devil.
tell the truth. So then we flash to Olivia. She calls Fitz, and they're having a tender moment. He gives her some props, and she gives him some props. She said, hey, I just wanted to say hello and tell you that I'm proud of you for the way that you've been handling things, not only with Melly, but as president. Essentially, you're the president that this is the president that I voted for. This is who I wanted to see. So it's kind of interesting that they would be having a moment like this right now.
Yeah, it's very frightening because this is like your best friend or your husband or your wife right before shit about to hit the fan.
Yes, right.
And I just want to say, Troy, you're a hell of a friend. Yes, Your Honor, he's home.
Yes.
It's like,
yes.
damn.
Yeah.
I didn't like you say, Troy. I was kind of like, that's kind of mean. Kind of, I don't know.
And out of nowhere, they've been at odds with each other as we're used to. They're either down with each other or they're diametrically opposed. So to have this kind of back channel, the conversation is back, the dialogue that's hyper friendly and somewhat platonic at this moment was kind of like, what's really going on up in here? Because this ain't how y'all really interact. Be that as it may. A crazy scenario goes down after Jake testifies. Minutes after he testifies, the entire grand jury is murdered on the bus that would have taken them to wherever they would be sequestered to talk about the case. A whole busload of people murdered.
Damn. Vamoose bus taken out.
Jeez. So it was a grisly scene. It was gruesome, and obviously somebody ain't playing to murder 14 people. Essentially, everybody who was in the room was killed because the secrets are starting to be spilled.
And no news coverage. That's amazing about this case.
Right.
Washington passed on this news story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 14 people got killed in the bus. In other news, the Capitals won.
Right.
It's
Exactly.
like, damn.
Exactly. Now there's silence at OPA, and David drops off the files, aware that everyone is dead. And then, the reaction is just, like, he can't do this anymore. He's out, And it's beginning to ripple throughout, OPA, throughout the government. It's making its way to the White House. And then Melly realizes what she's done because she gave Rowan the list. Because Rowan was threatening to overturn everything that Fitz and Melly had been working for as a team. So now she realizes the implications of that list and what happened. She had no idea what was going on, at least from her point of view. So she tells Cyrus that she's responsible for killing the grand jury.
Now, the funny part to me in that was Cyrus was not paying attention. He didn't care. He wasn't listening. But
yes.
You said that one word, though. And so the pictures and me in the White House, Remington, huh? Remington. Remington snaps Cyrus into action. I got it. You said Remington? Remington Steel? Oh no, I got it.
Right. Cyrus didn't waste any time to. Oh, Remington. Yeah, I'm on it. So now we cut to Olivia. No gladiating right now. No gladiating. No white coats. None of that. She wants Rowan dead. Kill the man. Kill the landlord.
A dog is barking. Do he bite?
Do he
kill
bite?
The landlord.
He bit all right, so kill the landlord. Now Jake, of course, in his classic Jake style, this is music to his ears. And he asked the question, okay, well, like in an afterthought. Oh, you want to kill Rowan? Okay. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? What? Not with you. Not with you.
Troy, this is once again time for poor Jake.
Yes, because we keep seeing him extend himself in this way.
Yes.
Maybe we'll get some insight on that a little bit later on. Maybe it all comes together at the end of the episode. Maybe. So Olivia then goes to see somebody we haven't seen in a while, Mama Pope.
Yes.
Who I'm convinced plays the exact same role in every program that she's in. Even CSI. I can see, she was a coroner then. You just fool around and go and get yourself killed, huh? Talking to the corpse. Like, it's the same. She's the same. I love her, but she's the same person all the time.
You also actually, Troy, you mentioned that actually later on in the week she was in Bessie.
Yes.
Playing the same role.
Playing the exact same role. Yes. Mama Pope.
Girl, you're gonna be a singer, huh? You got success, huh? Mm-hmm.
A whole case of Coca-Cola. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead, Candy. Anyway, she tells Olivia the same thing that her character told Bessie. It's all about you. It's always about you. Didn't we give you enough hugs? Didn't we give you enough hugs? So obviously.
Well, it was funny because that was kind of awkward because, well, actually, Mom, you were blowing up in a plane and Dad was blowing up people. So right. No, I didn't get enough hugs, actually.
Right. Exactly. Well, I mean, she said everything, but put your big girl pants on. I mean, that's the only line that was missing, because it really isn't all about. It's all about Olivia, but Mama Pope, it's all about you too. It's all about you and these snappy one-liners that you feed everybody. Yes, it's about you too. So anyway, we know this. We know this to be a fact. Cyrus has no love for Mellie. He doesn't have any love for her. And as you mentioned, Mark, that's where he decides that when she starts talking about those pictures, he changes his tune. He's going to take care of it. But the caveat about what he said, when he said, I'll take care of it, is, but don't tell Fitz.
Yeah.
That's a bad move right there. And it seemed like one of those things that Cyrus is 2 steps ahead of everybody else. I'm going to take care of this situation because it's bigger than what's going on with Mellie, but at the same time, I got to protect my relationship with Fitz in the long run. That's who I really work for, not you, Mellie. So anyway, Olivia and OPA, they meet at the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency. She tells the director, who was the principal, wasn't she a teacher or something? Wasn't she in Lean on Me? Anyway, I'm not sure.
That in fact was her last gig, Troy. If you
what was that her? I'm not sure.
No,
anyway,
no,
it was another. Maybe it's her sister. Anyway, she tells the director about the whole scenario with B613, how it originated, what happened, the operations that they worked on, and the director does not believe what she's hearing. I don't know what you're talking about. You sound crazy right now. And then at some point, there's of course the other side of the coin we'll get to in a minute. Cyrus and Rowan have a conversation. These two in the same room. I'm surprised. So there are 2 devils.
Yes, 2.
There are 2 devils on this planet, and they were in the same room together. And you see the back channel with these 2.
Yes.
And basically, Cyrus pulls him up about, these 14 people that are dead, this whole situation that is now about to, as you said, it hasn't hit the press yet, but it's just a matter of time. Rowan says, Cyrus, I did you a favor. And now you owe me. Now you owe me. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Now, Elizabeth, who works for Melly, of course, says that she would do anything for her. She will do anything. But if you want me to go there, then you got to explain to me what's going on, what happened. So, Melly, of course, lets her in on the situation. Now it's bad. Yeah.
Now, Melly, this episode, Melly lost something. Troy,
Yes.
Melly, she had no reason to trust her, Elizabeth, and Melly's usually pretty savvy. She's not the typical, overwhelmed type. She's pretty savvy. She's kind of very aware of trying to protect the president and this and that. It's kind of weird how she fell victim to this old trick.
Right, because the file took her off guard, which she shouldn't have tripped on. It's not like Fitz didn't know they were kicking it.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, just keep it in house. She could have just nipped that. Look, I gotta go. I would have, if I were Melly, I would have walked right out of the room and talk to Fitz. But of course, we wouldn't have an episode if that were the case. But
you can't trust. Come on, you can't. Why would she trust Elizabeth? I mean, come on.
Right. Why trust Elizabeth and why be intimidated by Rowan, a person that you really haven't even met before, comes at you like this, and you are the first lady? I don't know about that one. So back to the CIA and Cyrus. She lets Cyrus know, the director lets Cyrus know that, what the hell's going on here? All of these things that Olivia is talking about are deep classified situations that essentially nobody's supposed to know about this kind of stuff. And it's got to come to an end. We got to stop this B613 thing because it's part of my department. It's part of my organization, and this is far overreaching what their responsibilities should be.
It's part of my shadow organization, and it's overreaching me.
And Cyrus says, honey, you can't stop B613. You might as well forget that. In the meantime, she locks up Olivia and Fitz, had them sitting in the room. They feel like we told the CIA exactly what they need to know. We're going to put an end to this right. What? We're going to jail. You locking me up. Oh, no. Miscalculation.
You guys are too grown to miscalculate like that.
Yes.
Come on, guys.
That white coat came into play again. I thought you weren't going to do the white coat. I thought you were just going to go in and wreak havoc. Now I'm going to tell.
Yes.
We're going to go tell. Yeah. Anyway, Fitz is having an election night party for Melly, who has won. She wins in Virginia. She's the new senator in Virginia, and Fitz says that he's impressed by Melly. He gives her a glowing review in front of an intimate group of people that are enjoying the evening with them, and says she's my best friend. That's my ride or die chick.
They've been, and I gotta give him props, man. Fitz and Melly been rocking this season. He's been a good husband. He's been there for her. They've had sweet moments. They've been in the bed together. It's really nice. It's really nice.
I don't think they've been doing anything in the bed, but they have been
in bed together, laying down and stuff.
Just laying down.
Good night. Good night.
Good night, Ricky.
Good night, Lucy.
Let's not have a scene. Now, on to Cyrus and David. Cyrus is back to his old ways again, threatening people, wreaking havoc and all that stuff. And basically, he threatens David. He says, it's not necessarily you, but I know what your pressure point is. It's Abby, because you still love her, and I know that you know that I know that you don't want anything to happen to her.
That's right.
So I need you to handle this if you don't want me to handle that. So now David, of course, out of extreme concern for Abby, plays out the way Cyrus wants him to. He goes to Jake and Olivia, wants them to recant their story, recant all this information, this whole grand jury that I brought as the Attorney General, all of that, all the stuff that we know is true, that we've seen a file about, that we've been talking about, that I kept in a storage unit for the last year. Forget all that. Recant all of it. And here's what is going to happen if you don't. Jake,
damn,
your mother, your sweet mother who lives in Indiana, she's going to jail.
Damn. Ma Duke's going down?
Ma Duke's is going down because we traced her through all of the money that you sent her, over the years.
Yes.
Basically found the paper trail to Jake, who Jake was surprised. He thought nobody knew about him and his background, and of course they located his mom. And then for Olivia,
which it was, and it is blood money, by the way.
Yes, it is blood money. Absolutely, is blood money.
Mom, I killed 80 people a month for this money, but you have it in retirement.
That's right. So that's what he pitches to Jake and to Olivia. If you don't cooperate, then Jake goes to jail.
Well,
which didn't really feel so strong. Where
do I sign? Olivia didn't give a damn.
Yes. So Jake signed because he's concerned about his mom, and then of course they use that to show Olivia up. Jake already signed, so what's up with you?
Jake hit David with the line, "Where's your white hat now? Where's your white hat now?"
Yeah, see, Edward G. Robinson. Now we cut to Abby and Cyrus. Abby sees that Cyrus is on one right now, and she says, "Stop this lying. All of this, something's going on. You're not telling me about it. I need to be in the loop because I know something ain't right now." And Cyrus basically says, "Look, I can't have a soul. I'm just doing my job right now. This is what I do. It's for these moments right now that my soulless self comes to light."
Yes.
And yes, he's certainly without soul at this point. So now Rowan
and wait a minute, Troy, and Abby.
Yes.
Shut up.
Right. Shut up.
What are you talking about? I got this is grown folks' business, Abby. Keep it moving, okay?
Shut up, Red. Rowan makes that phone call to Olivia. And he's shut everything down. Rowan is on top of his game today because he has wreaked complete havoc. He's killed all these people. Now Olivia's in jail. They played their hand. It's been compromised. Cyrus is his henchman, in essence, in this episode. And Rowan is bragging. "I didn't get you, but someone will." I didn't get you, but someone will. Now, Rowan had all the agents killed, blew up all the files. Damn. So everything about B613 has been destroyed, including the B613 agents.
Damn.
And Mama Pope is free.
Mama Pope free.
And he says now, "What you've done for me, Olivia, is free me."
Thank you.
Of B613. And I want to thank you for that. So now what's going to happen next? Well, Melly wins the election, as we mentioned. And as she's getting ready to give her acceptance speech, with Fitz waiting in the wings, this is where that little side conversation gets out of hand. Be careful who you are talking to and what you are saying.
Let me highlight
in life. This is one of those life moments. Oh, you didn't hear about blah blah blah?
What?
No, I didn't. What are you talking about? So while Mellie is giving this impassioned speech, rousing the crowd about what she's going to do for the state of Virginia, Elizabeth accidentally, didn't mean to do it, drops a massive dime on Mellie and tells Fitz about this entire backstory, the whole situation with Rowan, the whole file situation with Remington, all of that stuff, while he's standing there on the stage.
The list,
all of that stuff, and how it's tied to, it all comes together for Fitz because he realizes that essentially because of what she did, all these people are dead right now, and she made a massive error in judgment. So now we cut back to OPA. Quinn is asking the question, with all of this that just happened in this span, the files, everything's blown up, everything's exposed and shut down at the same time. Quinn's like, is it over? This is it? And then Huck says, well, what about the $2 billion that we have? There are so many flaws in this show, Mark. The $2 billion was the carrot when they were trying to get Olivia Pope freed when she was a hostage earlier in the season.
Yes. Well, but maybe they're saying that since they didn't win the auction, that it was still
right. Yeah, they kept the money, which is, to me, is where the craziness happened. Because if it were me, I'd have been spent $2 billion. It's still $2 billion. Like, it's not $1 billion. It's not like 500 grand missing. All $2 billion is accounted for. Come on, man.
Come on, son.
Yeah. So Rowan gets arrested. And he gets arrested because they decide to put the $2 billion in play. They tell the feds about it, and they say that how could Rowan, a guy who's simply just working for the Smithsonian, how could he have amassed this kind of money in his bank accounts? Basically, they set Rowan up with the $2 billion, which, again, I would have used, maybe I'd have used $50 million. Do I have to use $2 billion?
Yeah, get a little something.
Save a little bit on the side. You never know what's going to happen, man. Come on.
Right. What y'all doing? Damn. I like the way when they came to see Rowan in general population, they just walked on in, like 2 or 3, 4 people just walking in. Hey.
Right.
Ha ha. It's kind of like
right. You can just move like that. Weren't you in jail 20 minutes ago, Olivia? So Rowan is very smug in the conversation. I'll be out of here. The kingpin kind of guy always says, I'll be out of here in 10 minutes. And Olivia's like, no, remember, there is no B613. You're just a guy who's been freed of all of that. And well played, Olivia. Well, finally, well played. Rowan realizes, oh, that's right. Rowan had a blonde moment. Oh, damn. I am a regular guy. And of course, he's yelling because he realizes that she gets the upper hand back. We could not take command, but we can take Eli as they walk out of the jail.
Olivia!
That was kind of like, would Rowan really do that?
He's a little too cool for that. And then the other guys in jail were like, what the hell going on?
What's he hollering about?
Lost and Turned Out? He's requesting a song? What's going on?
Lost and Turned Out. Now, Quinn tells Huck, it's all come to me. You're the one who killed the jurors. You killed 14 people on a bus? You didn't have to do that. You could have come and talked to me. Why would you do that?
He said, I don't get tired. It was very...
and it turned, he owns up to it. What? Huck? He says command made him do it. And And he says that he did it for his family, little Javier and his wife.
Damn.
And that's when Quinn is like, "What? WTF?" You know, she pulls a gun on him, and he says, "Do it, do it, do it, please."
Poor Huck.
Yeah,
All
poor.
those years of killing will mess you up, man.
Yeah, man, but he went out like that. Wow. So Fitz and Melly and Cyrus are in the Oval Office kind of celebrating the big win that she got. And Fitz flips the script and basically pees on the party.
Damn.
Because he says he knows about the jurors. And he gets snarky and nasty, switches. You know when you're not quite sure when if somebody's angry or not. Everybody's having a good time, and then somebody says that smart ass comment. Yeah. What? No. Yeah. So she gets found out, and Fitz calls her out, and Melly, caught off guard again, says that she did it for the team. She did it for Team Fitz and Melly.
That's right.
Fitz is done. We are not a team. Get the hell out of my house before I throw you out.
Damn. And it's the White House. Damn.
This ain't even my house. But now, I mean, it's not. But but now it is. So get the hell out of here. Nothing. She tries to plead her case. He ain't trying to hear it. Get the F out of my house.
Damn.
She disgustingly walks away, and then Cyrus, Cyrus, he basically, I don't even want to hear from you, Cyrus. You're fired.
Damn.
Cyrus is fired. This, that's the moment where, Cyrus, whatever he's done, his justification has always been because he was doing it for Fitz. He's doing it for, and his preservation to be at the right hand of Fitz. This is the job that he was made to have. So by all means necessary, whatever has to be done, the dirty work, whatever, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And now I'm losing the job and the responsibility of a lifetime. It's over. So you see them, they take Cyrus's security card. Yes, both of them.
Yep. I'm gonna get that up off you. Yep.
That's right. And then you see Melly packing up her bags, and they're out of there. So essentially, Fitz is all alone. Like his key supporters, his key team, he's done with. Peace. Now we cut to Olivia and Jake. Olivia, they arrive at the apartment where it's gone down many times, and she's feeling good about what's happened to Rowan. Come on in. I think I have a bottle of Doublé that we can get into. And Jake isn't even crossing the threshold of the doorway. He's like, my mission is complete. And she's taken aback by what he's saying, but he basically said, this is where I get off of this crazy ride. My job ultimately was to make sure that you are safe, to make sure that you're okay, that nothing happens to you. And now that this threat has been eliminated, my job is over. Finally he realizes I need to get out of this.
Man, and I failed. I've fallen in love.
I've fallen in love, but it doesn't matter because I know this is not what you want. And he's right.
Yes.
Because although she did give the sad face,
Oh, beat it.
right? She had to muster up that I'm really hurt right now. Like it could have gone down tonight because I was kind of in the mood for that. You know that. Damn, I'm kind of missing out on something. Didn't take long for that phone call though, did it? It did not take long. We'll get to that in a second. So Elizabeth now becomes the new chief of staff. Fitz stops by Olivia's house, but she wasn't home.
She gone.
She gone. Gone to the White House. Olivia has managed to get into places in this episode that is surprised. Like she just shows up in a jail. She can get let into the jail. She walked through the front door of the CIA, and she's waiting in the White House for the president. Didn't she have a drink in her hand too? Like you made yourself real comfortable.
Yeah.
And as Fitz realizes that she's there, Here Comes the Sun comes on. Here comes the sun. No, not that version. What it was? No, it was. Was it Nina Simone?
Yeah, Nina Simone's version.
Nina Simone's version of the song. Yeah,
the black version.
The black version of the song.
What does that mean?
Yes, you do know what that means. Fitz asking the question, "What happens now?"
You know what happens now.
What are we gonna do now? Olivia says, "Whatever we want to do." What you won't do. And of course, that's the way the episodes ends, in a passionate embrace. They're back.
Man.
Olivia and Fitz about to get it on, baby.
Gee whiz. These two deserve each other, by the way.
Yeah, there is some codependency going on. So
and both are self-righteous, you know.
Yes.
I mean, Melly was trying to save, and she's done her whole life is save your ass.
Yes.
And you didn't get it. You're like, get out of my house. This is like, what are you talking about?
So yeah.
You know, can Elizabeth really protect the president? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think she's stepping in shoes that she's not ready for. And I think there's something there between Elizabeth and Fitz.
Hmm?
It hasn't happened. It hasn't materialized, but he likes her for some reason.
Really? You know why.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that, and even with the way, she's going to be, it's not the right one, but she's going to be a confidant to him, and I think there's going to be some tension there. Something's going to happen.
Damn. You're right. You know what? You're right. Actually, you're right. Every time he used to greet Elizabeth, it was always a lot.
Yeah, too much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what's going to happen next, Mark? I mean, so now is this the road to Vermont that Fitz and Olivia, in the over arc of the story? Is this the road that they're about to travel now? Melly is out of the picture. Cyrus has been kicked out of the picture. Does that mean Olivia can come right on in?
Melly is she is now a politician doing her thing.
Right.
They're separated. This could be the road to Vermont, which is a good name for next season, Troy. Good job.
Thank you very much.
Road to Vermont.
I mean, is this a situation where Melly now is like, okay, it's on and popping. You kicked me out of the White House. I'm gonna be your worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Because and you got to work with me because I'm a senator. So our paths are obviously going to cross time and time again. I wonder if there's an evil alliance with Cyrus. Where does he fit in this situation? He can't go quietly. Could they team up together because they feel like they're wronged by Fitz?
Evil, you're right. Well, and how evil are we talking? Will the evil alliance include Rowan?
Ooh.
Will we get a sob story how, in fact, Huck was protecting his family because, there was something, or.
Yeah.
And then will Jake come save the day?
Yeah, there's going to be a day of reckoning for Huck with Olivia when they can't keep Quinn can't keep that a secret from OPA. They're going to have to deal with that at some point. Setting up a very interesting season. Now, and is this the last season?
That's a good question.
Do you think there's another season, or are they going to split it and do that?
I think I wouldn't be. I think I would be fine with this having one more season, and that'd be it.
Okay.
Because I think you might be at the end of the road. Not to quote Boyz II Men, but
then Olivia can just go ahead and join the cast of Empire.
Right. Right.
Wow. Well, eventful ending of the season. Like I said, my main gripe is that there were a lot of valleys between these peaks in this particular season for my taste. I would have liked to see a little bit more bang, Although, I will say that the episode that kind of paralleled the Michael Brown situation was interesting. I mean, it was kind of a standalone.
Yeah.
But it was definitely memorable, timely, interesting that the show, took on an issue of the day. So I'll give some props on that. That was well acted, and I think we all agreed that you might see some Emmys coming out of that one because it was very impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah, and I gotta say, like I said, when I upon first watching it, I had my moments, and I it's funny because that ended up being, like you said, one of my favorite episodes. But initially, I was very critical of that. So it's not the first time that's happened, but I think again, all in all, it was a great season. I like the fact that that Olivia is not perfect. I think this season she was shown a little bit off her game,
Yeah.
and shown just like Fitz to be these kind of imperfect, kind of self-righteous kind of characters that we still love. And I think maybe is that the key to having these kind of shows, that you have to kind of vibe with them and root for them, and at the same time be disappointed with them, almost like in real life,
Yeah.
But another great season, Shonda Rhimes. And if Shonda, if you're watching this year, we would love to be included officially next season on Men on Scandal. If you want to tweet us again, it would make our year this year, by the way.
Absolutely.
Was that last year, Troy? It was last year we got the tweet from Shonda, right?
Man, we've been riding on that thing. I've retweeted it yesterday.
Was it 2 years ago?
And retweet. Let me get a retweet of a retweet. I think it was about a year ago.
See, Shonda, please. No, seriously.
One more time. Yes, we need someone. Well, that's Men on Scandal, and for people that have watched the show with us over the last few years, no, Tony is not gone.
Nope.
Tony's not gone.
More technical than anything.
Yeah. Got a couple of issues happening, but Tony sends his love, and he'd be on the show today if we didn't have a couple other things happening. So.
And it's good. It's good. We hope to have a big announcement. So.
Absolutely. This is some good stuff. So that's on the horizon. Of course, we'll keep you updated with that. Now we're in hiatus, which means Men on Everything starts popping off.
Yes.
So we'll be talking about the stories of the day, and our take on things a little bit more cerebral than what Scandal happens to be, and still lurking in the wings. And Mark is happy about this, is the possibility of Men on Empire.
Let's just do it, man. Let's just do Men on Empire.
Men on Empire, which I have actually been pushing as, we did the season finale of Men on Empire. If you have not seen it, I have to admit, it was actually a pretty damn good show. So you can check that out. Just go to the website, menonscandal.com. You can check that out. You can also get a hashtag Men on Scandal T-shirt.
Yes.
And paraphernalia of the kind like that.
Yes, and make sure you check out the website talkin360
That's right.
It houses all of this wonderful programming, including things that we do. Tony has a couple amazing podcasts he does, and all the stuff that we've ever done is there in archive form.
That's right. It's all there, and really, it's a great way to catch up on all the things that we're doing. And like I said, you can get some swag that you can rock this summer. It's time for a T-shirt.
Yes, Men on Scandal thongs just out, ladies.
Wow.
Yes, go check them out.
It's amazing that we were able to fit that whole thing on a thong. Men on Scandal.
Yes.
Our images are on there as well, and you have to just take a look and see.
Troy's in the front.
Where party's in the front, Mark. Business in the back.
Business in the back. Damn.
And you can also support. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a mullet.
Well, no, that's a thong.
Not all the time. A thong too. Same principle works. You can also be a patron of this show by going to Patreon.com. Now, let's get this right. Not Patron.com.
Yes, you can drink Patron, watch the show. That's a whole other experience.
Yeah, that's some different. Go to Patreon.com and you can support Men on Scandal, Men on Everything, Men on Empire, Men on whatever. Okay? Thanks for watching all year long, and we will be back with another edition of Men on Scandal when the season resumes.
That's right.
Later this year. All right?
God bless.
Peace.